Hi, in this video we will look into different text-to-speech providers, and actually there are three relevant providers which are Amazon, Google and Microsoft, so that's no surprise I guess. And I will look into the features that they provide and the performance or the quality of the output, of course, and compare the pricing. So the first one is Amazon Polly. Amazon Polly is a text-to-speech service, and it is part of the AWS platform. So to use it and to even try it, you need to have an AWS account. All the text-to-speech services work more or less the same. You input text, either in a plain text format or in a special speech synthesis markup language, which we will look into in a minute. And then you'd select voices that you want to use. So the language and different voices. And also all the services have standard voices and I would say premium voices, which are voices that are based on neural networks and machine learning. And then you can output these voices as an MP3 or different file formats that you need. And of course, usually these services are used via an API, so you can integrate it in websites or apps. And let's have a look at Amazon Polly. Amazon Polly has a number of languages, as you can see here. Of course, US English has the most languages. And one important thing with Amazon Polly is that most of the languages that are available are not, they do not have a neural voice for that, just a standard voice. But in general, it means that the quality of the output will be lower. So Amazon Polly is mainly focused on English, US English and British English language when it comes to neural voice. And for other languages, you have to use the standard voices, which are usually less natural sounding. As I said, Amazon Polly is part of the AWS management platform, and it is easy to try out and to use it from here. We will try out in a second the quality of the output. What I wanted to explain briefly is the SSML file format, which can be used instead of a pure text-based input. And SSML gives you the opportunity to define how the text should be read. For example, how words should be emphasized, if there should be breaks in between, and so on. And all the providers support SSML, more or less, so they don't all support everything. This is an open standard, but all of them support it in a way. And for example, here is the description for Amazon Polly. And as you can see, you can, for example, let's say you can put in a break time 3 seconds. You just put it in like this, and then the speaker will wait for 3 seconds. You can also emphasize words and put it in like this. So this will be emphasized when they read it. You can help the system to pronounce foreign words correctly. So this, for example, when you want to use an English voice and this voice should pronounce something in French, this is how you would put it into SSML. Or maybe a last example, you can tell the system how they should pronounce something. For example, here they have an example. You say pecan, or you say pecan, and I say pecan. So we have pecan and pecan, and it's defined with this phonetic alphabet. So this is just an example how SSML works, and let's have a look at the next provider. Google Cloud is the provider of the text-to-speech documentation. So here you also need to have an access to the Google Cloud platform, and which will provide the APIs that you need. But Google Cloud can also be, or the text-to-speech can also be trialed on an open website. so you don't need to have an actual Google Cloud account. And Google Cloud text-to-speech has also standard voices and neural voices, which are called WaveNet voices. And the supported voices and languages is quite extensive, as you can see here. And this column here indicates if it's standard or WaveNet voice. So WaveNet is the premium voice. So here, when we scroll through this list, we can see that many languages have also a WaveNet version, which gives us a hint that these might be better quality. So yeah, for example, French also has WaveNet. So most major languages are here with a WaveNet version. You also have Greek as a WaveNet version. And so this is one differentiator. Apparently Google has more languages with that use neural networks to sound more natural. And the last one is Microsoft. That's part of the Azure platform of Microsoft. And here you have also different speech services. One of them is text-to-speech. And it's very similar. You can also select different voices and languages. And here we can have a brief look at the list of languages that is supported. And it's not as extensive as Google. So we have the neural voices here first. So these are all the voices that support a more lifelike pronunciation. And then we have all the standard voices. It's also a pretty long list, and they have more neural voices than Amazon. Yeah, so before we look at the pricing, let's try the different systems out. So let's start with US English, as this is the reference voice of all the different systems. And so I've selected US English here and Joanna as a female voice. And now let's listen to Amazon Polly.
Last November 20th, NBC News broke the news that Mark Zuckerberg, Donald Trump and a Facebook board member, Peter Thiel, had dined together at the White House the previous month. It is unclear why the meeting was not made public or what Trump, Zuckerberg and Thiel discussed, the report said. That was it. Nothing else has emerged since. Not the date, not who arranged the menu, the venue, the seating, not the full guest list. And not whether some kind of deal got done between two of the most powerful men in the world. The news cycle moved on, and the dinner became one of the unsolved mysteries of American power.
Okay, so let's listen to Google text-to-speech. I'll copy in the same text.
Last November 20th, NBC News broke the news that Mark Zuckerberg, Donald Trump and a Facebook board member, Peter Thiel, had dined together at the White House the previous month. It is unclear why the meeting was not made public or what Trump, Zuckerberg and Thiel discussed, the report said. That was it. Nothing else has emerged since. Not the date, not who arranged the menu, the venue, the seating, not the full guest list. And not whether some kind of deal got done between two of the most powerful men in the world. The news cycle moved on, and the dinner became one of the unsolved mysteries of American power.
Okay, and now the same text with Microsoft Azure text-to-speech.
Last November 20th, NBC News broke the news that Mark Zuckerberg, Donald Trump, and a Facebook board member, Peter Thiel, had dined together at the White House the previous month. It is unclear why the meeting was not made public or what Trump, Zuckerberg, and Thiel discussed, the report said. That was it. Nothing else has emerged since. Not the date, not who arranged the menu, the venue, the seating, not the full guest list. And not whether some kind of deal got done between two of the most powerful men in the world. The news cycle moved on, and the dinner became one of the unsolved mysteries of American power.
Okay, and now let's try the same with British English. maybe this time a male voice, Brian, and this is Amazon Polly.
Last November 20th, NBC News broke the news that Mark Zuckerberg, Donald Trump and a Facebook board member, Peter Thiel, had dined together at the White House the previous month. It is unclear why the meeting was not made public or what Trump, Zuckerberg and Thiel discussed, the report said. That was it. Nothing else has emerged since. Not the date, not who arranged the menu, the venue, the seating, not the full guest list. And not whether some kind of deal got done between two of the most powerful men in the world. The news cycle moved on, and the dinner became one of the unsolved mysteries of American power.
Okay, now let's switch to Google and select a male voice. I think B is a male voice.
Last November 20th, NBC News broke the news that Mark Zuckerberg, Donald Trump and a Facebook board member, Peter Thiel, had dined together at the White House the previous month. It is unclear why the meeting was not made public or what Trump, Zuckerberg and Thiel discussed, the report said. That was it. Nothing else has emerged since. Not the date, not who arranged the menu, the venue, the seating, not the full guest list. And not whether some kind of deal got done between two of the most powerful men in the world. The news cycle moved on, and the dinner became one of the unsolved mysteries of American power.
And the same with Microsoft Azure. Yeah, I'll stick to one of the neural voices here, so they both sound female, but let's try.
Last November 20th, NBC News broke the news that Mark Zuckerberg, Donald Trump and a Facebook board member, Peter Thiel, had dined together at the White House the previous month. It is unclear why the meeting was not made public or what Trump, Zuckerberg and Thiel discussed, the report said. That was it. Nothing else has emerged since. Not the date, not who arranged the menu, the venue, the seating, not the full guest list. And not whether some kind of deal got done between two of the most powerful men in the world. The news cycle moved on, and the dinner became one of the unsolved mysteries of American power.
Okay, so that was British English, and now let's quickly do the same with French. So I'll copy in just a few sentences from Le Monde. And let's try Céline with Amazon Polly.
C'était la grande question du week-end. Des fans de K-pop et des utilisateurs de TikTok sont-ils vraiment derrière le fiasco du dernier meeting de Donald Trump, à Tulsa, Oklahoma? Dans la nuit du samedi 20 au dimanche 21 juin, le président américain s'est présenté dans un stade inhabituellement vide.
Google Cloud.
C'était la grande question du week-end. Des fans de K-pop et des utilisateurs de TikTok sont-ils vraiment derrière le fiasco du dernier meeting de Donald Trump, à Tulsa, Oklahoma? Dans la nuit du samedi 20 au dimanche 21 juin, le président américain s'est présenté dans un stade inhabituellement vide.
At Microsoft Azure.
C'était la grande question du week-end. Des fans de K-pop et des utilisateurs de TikTok sont-ils vraiment derrière le fiasco du dernier meeting de Donald Trump, à Tulsa, Oklahoma? Dans la nuit du samedi 20 au dimanche 21 juin, le président américain s'est présenté dans un stade inhabituellement vide.
Okay, last test, German. This is from the German Spiegel.
Jan Marsalek, Ex-Vorstand von Wirecard, will sich Informationen der Süddeutschen Zeitung zufolge Anfang der kommenden Woche der Staatsanwaltschaft München I stellen. Das erfuhr das Blatt aus Kreisen von Kennern des Münchner Ermittlungsverfahrens.
Okay. And this is how it sounds with Google.
Jan Marsalek, Ex-Vorstand von Wirecard, will sich Informationen der Süddeutschen Zeitung zufolge Anfang der kommenden Woche der Staatsanwaltschaft München I stellen. Das erfuhr das Blatt aus Kreisen von Kennern des Münchner Ermittlungsverfahrens.
Okay, and finally, Microsoft Azure.
Jan Marsalek, Ex-Vorstand von Wirecard, will sich Informationen der Süddeutschen Zeitung zufolge Anfang der kommenden Woche der Staatsanwaltschaft München I stellen. Das erfuhr das Blatt aus Kreisen von Kennern des Münchner Ermittlungsverfahrens.
Okay, so I don't know about you, but from my opinion, I can't judge French really, to be honest, but I think that the Google Cloud version from text-to-speech was by far the best, most natural sounding, and and also Google has by far the most languages to choose from, also with the number of languages with using neural networks is very high. So for me, my gut feeling is that Google might be the best option at the moment, but of course all of these products are under development all the time. So as a last step, let's look at the pricing and let's see if there's any difference. So Amazon Polly, the pricing for text-to-speech is, if you look at this line, this is the most relevant one here. So it's $4 for standard text-to-speech, and $16 for neural text-to-speech, and the price is for 1 million characters. And as a reference, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain are 600,000 characters. So this gives a good idea how much it really costs. So $4 versus $16 for 1 million characters. Google text-to-speech, it's exactly the same price. Standard voice is $4 for 1 million characters. WaveNet voice is $16 for 1 million. Microsoft, not surprising, they have the same pricing as well. Text-to-speech, $4 for 1 million characters with the standard voice and $16 with a neural voice. So the pricing is the same. Of course, we need to look at individual use cases because there might be other pricing components that are relevant depending on how we use the API. But as a general estimation, the pricing is very similar. So in the end, it all comes down to the quality. And from my feeling, the Google Cloud version of text-to-speech is the best. And second is Amazon Polly, and third is Microsoft Azure text-to-speech.